Welcome to the Buddy and Shane Show.
Hello and welcome to the Buddy and Shane Show, round 24 tips. Can you believe it? Last round of the season, even though the Gold Coast will take on Essendon next week. But this is it. We're going to tip you all the winners.
How good is it when you have fun with tipping?
Nostradamus.
It's
on fire. No one hot in the land. Maybe you have to do a footy tipping competition next year.
We should actually.
But it's more the morals. It's picking the ones that you think, no, this is definitely going to happen, and not picking the most obvious. Essendon Carlton, this will be all right. MCG, 12th v 15th. Surely the Blues just win, although Essendon, great last week against the Saints, very competitive against Geelong, down Geelong. They couldn't, could they?
No.
They couldn't.
Blues will get this done.
Blues confidently. Harry, how many? He had 7. He's back.
Be nice to finish off with another 4 or 5, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Into the preseason. But
Harry,
yeah, this is a
5.
game that Carlton should win. And, I think to finish off the season strongly, obviously they beat Port last week and then hopefully get another win against Essendon.
And with some young players coming into that team, so a lot of belief and confidence heading into a big preseason.
Yeah, no doubt.
Where I'm sure they will concentrate on kicking. Surely. That's going to be the focus of preseason for the Blues. Collingwood, Melbourne, Friday night. MCG, 4th, 14th. Pies playing for top 4 spot. Need a win and need a percentage booster.
Pies.
Confidently, Pies?
Yeah, Pies will get this done.
I think Melbourne will be better than they were against the Hawks. They were pretty good after the first quarter. But, yes, Collingwood will win. They're a good team, Collingwood. And they will go into the finals on a winning note. Port Adelaide, Gold Coast, Friday night, Adelaide Oval. Oh, not that easy for Gold Coast after last week. The travel factor, no, buddy's not going to pick Port Adelaide. Ken Hinkley, congratulations on your coaching career. Travis Boak, last game, well done for everything that you brought to the game. They might send them off on a winning note. There's going to be a lot of emotion. I'm actually worried for the Suns.
I am too. This is a real...
I didn't realise it was in Adelaide.
Croft, when I looked at this, after the loss against Burst, then I looked at, okay, who have they got the next week? And I saw it was Port over there, Hinkley's last game, Boak's last game, and Port off the back of a loss always respond. Always respond. They're pretty good. They're pretty good, especially when they get smashed. They come back the next week and are pretty difficult to play against. I think this is going to be very, very tight. I think this is a real danger game for Gold Coast. They need to win this. I think Port can get it done. I think Port can get this done. I think this is going to be... They'll send off Ken really well, Vokey really well, and, it'll be a huge loss for Gold Coast, but I think Port can get this done.
I'm scared. I'm a little scared. I'm a true believer for the Gold Coast. But I didn't realise it's in Adelaide Oval, especially with so much on the line for a couple of the legends of the club. Gold Coast will win. I'm just trying to think, what will Hardwick be doing and saying? He'll be saying, our final start this week. What a great opportunity to go and play a team who's going to be up with everyone against us. This is a great way for us to start our final series. We're going to be on. We're ready to go. They'll win.
I think they just need to focus on winning. If I'm Gold Coast, I wouldn't be saying the F word at all. I wouldn't be talking finals.
I wouldn't mention finals, but I'm saying it's a great way to really kickstart our next little block if we are to continue.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to...
Which is finals.
I think they focus too much on what's happening in finals. Thinking too far ahead. Okay. I think they need to focus on going over there and getting the job done.
Winning interstate against...
Winning interstate. I think that's a big focus for them. There's been a lot... They do speak a lot. So they just need to go over there. Yep, they need to go over there and get it done.
Mainly because you live just down the road from the Oval and it's all the local news. So they've got to get them in the news. North Melbourne, Adelaide. Saturday Arvo at Marvel. Crows, have they got top spot locked in? Should they rest players? 17th v 1st. you do get a rest in a week or so. But Thilthorpe, Big Riley, he looks a little injured. He copped a knock a few weeks ago. Do you give him that extra week to really make sure he's primed for finals and ready to rip apart whoever they take on?
I don't think.
Or do you just go and win?
I think you go and win. You get the week off anyway. I think, and then if you rest, then there's two weeks of no footy. Mm-hmm. Obviously, your training will be pretty much like the training a week before. If that week off is pretty intense anyway. But if you do miss that last round, there's 2 weeks of no footy, which can be too much. I think. Yep. So I think they'll just they'll play their best team, you think, and get a little bit of confidence and momentum going into the first final at home.
And this time of year, every player has an issue.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, whatever it is. But every player has an issue from an injury point of view, and they're managing themselves the best they possibly can. I don't know if did you ever go into a final series without something just hovering or floating in the back of your mind thinking, oh, my calf's still a touch tight or whatever? Did you ever have a final series where you're like, I'm brand new, starting the final series?
I wish.
For Daisy. Yeah, exactly.
I wish. No.
It doesn't happen. So it's all about management and the player really knowing what they're capable of and looking after themselves.
I think especially for the older guys, if you've got an old guy that's been around for a long time, they know what to do. I think you're definitely giving them a rest. But any of the younger guys, I think, no, you're getting out there and you're finishing off the season strong and then having that momentum going into the next game.
I heard Chris Fagan talk about Lachie Neale's ready to go, but he's not playing.
He's not playing.
No, he's not going to let him.
Fair enough.
Lachie said, no, I'm ready to play, and he's like, no, you won't be playing. So
that's good for Hawks.
We're playing in the finals.
That's good for Hawks.
Yeah, that's good for the Hawks, but it's also good management.
Yeah.
It's like, no, overruling the play, because players always go, yeah, no, I could play. But I love the fact that they're like, no, why? There's no point. Just keep focusing on your injury and keep training and get ready for the finals. Richmond, Geelong, Saturday at the MCG. Oh, they play the MCG really well, Richmond. No, they don't. They're tired. They're young, and the young players have had enough. How many will Jezza kick? I reckon he'll kick 7 at the MCG.
Against the bottom 9 team again.
Yeah, that's right. You said that he likes the bottom 9
But, you've got to cash in when you cash in. You've got to.
He could kick his 100th this week.
He could kick his 100th, but probably 5 plus you'd probably put him down for. Geelong will get this done. I think it'll be another good win for them leading into the finals. Who knows? Maybe like Jez looked like he was a little bit sore on the weekend. Maybe they do rest him for this. He's got the Coleman locked away. Get that locked away. Do they rest Danger? Maybe. The guy, you need those two up and about to go to win a grand final. They need those two at their absolute peak. Jez has played every game this season. I think there's only been 8 of the Geelong players that have done that this year. So maybe he's due for a rest.
Good research by you.
Maybe he's due for a rest. And then I think Danger looked back to his best on the weekend. I think he only kicked 1 goal, had a few touches, but I think he had four goal assists, which was incredible. So he looks back to that burst and explosiveness. Maybe they rest him so then we can see that in the final series, because if he's doing that, they're going to be very hard to beat.
Eagles, Swans, 18th v 10th. This is over in Perth. Great way for the Swans to finish on a winning note. And, the Eagles, they were good a few weeks ago and then they were dreadful. Gee, you'd be disappointed if you're an Eagles supporter. Like you put up good performances and competitive performances and then you put up dog shit because it was dog shit.
Yeah. Well, like I said, 2 weeks ago, their pressure was through the roof, had them in the game against the top of the ladder, Adelaide. They were right in that game till the last quarter. They need to bring that effort this week at home in front of their crowd against Swans. I think Swans, they need to lift their intensity too. Their second half was terrible. Like that's not where they want to be at all, really. Their pressure was really bad and Geelong ran all over them. But Swans will get this done. Swans should get this done. I think Eagles will be having a crack, but I think Swans will be too good for them.
Super Sunday, It's all about Sunday footy this week.
I'm heading up for this game too, Groff.
Hang on, which game? The Giants? What? Which game are you going to? You're going to the
I thought we were going Super Sunday. Sorry. We could have flipped it that way though.
Yeah, Lions Hawks. Let's go to the Lions Hawks, which is going to be the last game on a Sunday night. The AFL obviously thought that Hawthorn and the Lions were going to struggle to make the final, so they wanted to make this a feature game. And these two teams, great clubs, great organisations going, stick this one AFL. We are going to make the finals a week out. So doesn't have a great deal of meaning, although top 4 spots are up for grabs. Oh, it's going to be a good game. Good game. 2 really good teams. Hawthorn are a very organised, well-structured team. The Lions, at their best, are scary, and I think they're the best.
My moral of the week is Hawks.
Did you see what the Lions did last week?
I think the Hawks will get this done. I've watched the Lions very closely, especially at home. I think the Hawks and their ball movement will really trouble them.
Dane Zorko's 300th. Congratulations, Dane.
Yes, I know, but I saw what Sydney were able to do to Brisbane last week with slick ball movement. You can catch them off guard defensively.
There's a few little holes, you reckon?
I think there is. If you take the ball off the line, use hands, get through, get it out the back, I think you can really trouble them. And Lions forward line, question marks for me.
Still got question marks.
Still got question marks.
Though they win and kick goals.
Because their midfield's awesome. There's no doubt about that. They've got the best midfield in the competition. They just, I don't know, their forward line for me, there's still a few little question marks on there. And this week will be interesting because Hawks have got a great defense. Barras is a tremendous player. He plays on probably Logan.
Yeah, right.
Are you going to be relying on Logan to kick you 4 or 5 goals each
on
week
against a good Joshy battle?
Yeah, that's what you're looking at. So I think Hawks defensively will
okay. This
hold
is
up well.
Well, I'm actually going to the game as well, so you never know. I might see you there floating around. Will you be in the Lions rooms or are you going to be in the Hawks rooms? Where are you going to be?
I can't say, mate.
Okay, no comment.
Mate, you just go opposite. You always go opposite to me. You just go Lions, mate.
No, I think the Hawks are playing great footy. I do.
Yeah.
And we said it a few weeks ago, we think they will make the finals because they're a well-organised team. The Lions roll the dice at times and really charge. I don't think you can do that against the Hawks because I reckon they'll really identify which players they can get free and into a bit of space, and they've got to be very careful. I'm going to go the Hawks. Hawks to make top 4.
Yep. Hawks to make top 4. They'll get this done. Where does that put Lions? If they lose that puts them out of the 4.
Maybe 5th, 6th.
5th or 6th, this is huge. I think Hawks will get it done though, and fingers crossed they do.
Yeah, big win. It'll be a huge win. The Lions are very good. Bulldogs, Fremantle, Sunday Arvo elimination final. This is the game of the round. The winner makes the finals for 2025 and might go on and win the whole flag. You never know. The loser finishes 9th. I think the Bulldogs are going to win. I don't think it's going to be that easy.
Bulldogs for me. I think Fremantle have had their opportunities, and the fact that it's come to this says a bit about the club, I think, of where they're at. They play sometimes really well, sometimes really poorly, and I think it's going to cost them another final spot, which will be devastating for them because they did the same thing last year. Lost games they should have won, and then the same's going to happen this year.
The second half of the season has been really strong. They've been chasing teams down, so they've been behind at 3/4 time, and they've had to really fight. So you just wonder whether or not that's starting to come into play with lapses and fatigue. Who knows? Giants, Saints, your Giants, they must win for a chance to host a final. The Saints are going for 5 in a row. The Saints have been winning, but gee, they make it hard to be a Saints supporter because not very convincing, but I suppose you just get the 4 points. The Giants, your team, could win the whole thing, according to Lance Buddy Franklin.
Giants will put their foot down this week and win comfortably. They'll get this done. I think they'll get this done.
It was a good win last week because to beat the Gold Coast at home, and they did have a few outs, so they had to really rely on their depth and their role players. It was a good effort, and they're going to slowly gain some of their better players back over the next few weeks. So I'm starting to believe a little bit in the Giants.
I'm a true believer. I think they're at their best, and they travel really well. That's a good side of a good team. Doesn't matter where they go to, they're always up for the fight. I think they'll just go down there and get that done and then get ready for another final series.
All right, for the last time for the home and away season, Lance, Buddy, Nostradamus is going to tell us the moral.
I told you the moral.
You've told us already.
I said the moral of the week is Hawks. I think Hawks will get this done.
What? Okay.
That's my moral. I think they'll win. I think it's going to be a cracking game against the Lions, but I think they're going to really test them offensively and defensively. They're going to be on too. So, and I think you're going to see that Lions forward line, their tall forward line,
a little bit
will
shaky.
get asked the questions early. This is going to be like a final. So it'll be interesting to see whether the young forwards can step up for Brisbane, but I just can't see it. I can't see it. They're going to have to rely on the smalls to kick their goals, Bailey, Cameron, which they obviously can do it. But I think the Hawks will be a little bit too good.
Make sure you keep an
Hot
eye
ball will
out
be
for
on.
Buddy
Hot ball will be
Franklin
on.
at the game on the weekend. He'll be signing autographs. And
If they get beaten, they'll go into hiding.
No, that happens. So there you go. Super Sunday, Bulldogs, Fremantle, Lions, Hawks. It's going to be great. Good luck to all the teams heading into the finals. And for those that aren't, big pre-season. Get to work. And I'm sure a lot of clubs trying to readjust their lists and getting ready for drafts and a few swaps. Good on you, bud. Good luck. Good luck with the week. See you at the footy. I might even see you there. Are you catching the train or are you going up in the Kia Tasman?
No, I'm taking the Tasman up, mate.
Okay. Well, I'll be on the train. So, if you see me at the footy, be nice to grab a moment with
You're
you.
working,
just to say
mate.
g'day.
You're on radio.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I can.
You are, mate.
All the best.
See you, bad.